Celenda has made this body better, getting better with age, and it's because of this bad boy right here, the spoke in the wheel.
Minerals play an essential role in your body's functions. If you don't get enough, you can suffer a long list of health problems. But get the minerals you need and you can absolutely thrive. We used to get our minerals from the food we eat every day, but over-farming has stripped the nutrients from the soil. Crops grown decades ago were far richer in vitamins and minerals than what we have today. You'd have to eat 4 servings of broccoli to get the calcium 1 serving provided in the 1950s. And meat has just half the iron. Here's your solution. Soul Life mineral supplements, including Re-Kick, Reform, and Celenda. They're specially formulated to ensure your body actually absorbs the minerals and nutrients inside. Soul Life has been healing Canadians for years. Now we're proud to be exclusive partners here in America. Click on our link to get your Rick and Kelly discount on these amazing supplements that can change your life for the better.
Soul Life, the minerals you need.
I drank this whole bottle. I am severely dehydrated here.
Really?
And I didn't have 1 ounce of alcohol today.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I did you see my steps? 11,000 steps today.
Yeah. I'm about 12. Up and down the stairs. Oh, everybody, welcome to your Daily Smash for Friday, August 30th, 2024. I'm Rick
I'm sorry.
in Paris.
In Paris.
We have a clip we're going to show of Kelly's lunch, or actually maybe it was your dinner coming up.
My dinner, you just saw. My dinner was I did takeaway Chinese again.
Yeah. We're going to show that. We're going to show that video, and we had a little conversation. But I'm between shows, which is why I'm dressed up, between Newsmax shows, and wanted to remind everyone to subscribe here on YouTube and also check out our Rick and Kelly show on Patreon, where we share a lot more videos, cooking segments, interviews with interesting and very cool people. And we can go longer and unfiltered and uncensored. So we hope that you'll join us on the Rick and Kelly show on patreon.com. Kelly.
Wait, how about that uncensored? How about my Zuckerberg admitted that they were being censored?
Yeah. And we're going to talk about that on Patreon too.
Yeah. What a crock of BS. This is why our Constitution has that written in there, because they knew this is what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
They knew silencing like that. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
They only want to hear their propaganda, their way of thinking. Can you imagine? Can you believe that?
And it's the government working with social media giants to control the message and silence the critics.
Right.
It's very un-American.
Very un-American.
So
that happens in communist countries.
So obviously you're still there to help Jolie. You had to extend your trip because she's moving to another location, and you're going to help her do that tomorrow, right?
Yeah. Okay. I just peeled this orange and look.
I can't see it now. You're holding it in front of the wrong thing. Right there. Yeah. What is that?
I don't know.
Ew.
I know.
You should take it back.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna take it back to that stand.
Here's the video that let me show the video that Kelly shared earlier.
Okay.
You know, if something can go wrong, it usually does. I try to record a FaceTime with Kelly when she was showing me the stuff she bought at the grocery and her watermelon and the lunch or / dinner she was eating. And it was really cute and funny. And she told some stories. And of course, there's no audio because I guess you can't record a FaceTime and record audio at the same time. I didn't know that. So sorry. Back to the show.
Tell me about the orange purchase.
Well, I feel like I honestly I had the French really don't eat vegetables. Like they don't eat vegetables like we do. It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
I've been eating like steak and frites, but they, like if we get like a steak in America,
Yeah.
We have like a baked potato or like, some kind of vegetable, asparagus, broccolini, a salad.
Sure. Hmm.
We always, that's how we eat, right?
Yeah.
And we always eat like cheeses in the beginning, right? We'll have
Yeah.
like a cheese platter. They eat the cheese at the end.
Right.
And that's because the cheese that they don't pasteurize like they do in the United States is like a probiotic. It's an enzyme that helps you digest your food.
Oh.
Enzymes.
Yeah.
So everything that we do in the United States strips all like everything's pasteurized. All our butter, our milk, I mean everything.
Yeah.
Our cheeses, all of our cheeses are pasteurized. Our government did that.
Yeah. Well, it's unfortunate. I had a quick story before we get to your Vicky story about a neighbor of ours in Palm Desert who left an envelope in our mailbox, and I picked it up the other day when I was out there last weekend and hadn't been there in a while. So anyway, I opened this envelope, and he reached out because he knows we have a pickleball court in the backyard, and
How does he know?
I guess I don't know how he knew. Actually, I forgot to ask him that.
I want to know how he knew.
He knew, and he wanted to know who built our court and any other information I could share with him about the process of getting the court installed and approved. And I called him, and I told him the whole story in an abbreviated way of all the challenges we faced and the issues we had with the guy who built the court and the issues we had with the city. And he was fascinated by all of it. And maybe
Wait, did you call him on the phone? Did you call him on the phone?
Yeah, I talked to him on the phone yesterday.
I mean, so he just wrote a letter saying to whom it may concern?
He said, I'm your neighbor, and I'm a pickleball player, and I'm interested in putting in a court. I know you have one, so I'd like to talk to you about it. And, if you could share any who put in the court, like who I could hire to build mine. So
Did you tell him Farrendale?
I did. I told him the whole story.
Okay.
And then I sort of warned him that he might have a really hard time with the city because, as far as I know, we're the only pickleball court that to get a permit, and we have all those restrictions on us. And I was like, I don't know how you're going to pass a sound test using regular pickleball paddles. And I don't.
Well, they have those owl tests. They have those.
I told him about those. I told him about those. But I've never measured the decibel level from owl paddles to see whether or not they would pass that test. I don't know that they would.
I think they would.
But anyway, we start talking about like where we're from. And he goes, where are you from? And I said, Silver Spring, Maryland. And he almost dropped the phone. Because he's from San Francisco, where he moved to Palm Desert from San Francisco. He'd been there forever. But he grew up in Silver Spring, like 10 minutes from my parents' house, and couldn't believe it. And we start talking about where we're from. And he went to a rival high school from me. And
how old is he?
He's like 6 years younger than me, I think.
Is he retired?
Yeah, because he's in finance. He made a ton of money.
Uh-huh.
But he says he wants to do something again. And then it turns out we went to the same junior high school. And he was born in the same hospital my sister was born in Silver.
Does he know your sister? Isn't your sister younger than you?
Because they went to different high schools. So I don't think he knows. He never knew me or my sister because he's younger and he went to a different school. But I just thought it was like you always talk about small world and weird coincidences. This guy out of the blue reaches out because he moved to is one of our neighbors. And it turns out that we grew up 10 minutes from each other, 50 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I wonder where in San Francisco he lived.
I don't know, but you can meet him when we go out to the desert, him and his wife.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to share this scam alert you sent me with our viewers?
Sure.
All right, this is our reel of the day. Scam alert.
No, this scam alert.
Hey, what's going on, people? So I'm gonna give y'all a heads up what's going on right now. It's like a new scam that's going on. So I just caught wind of it. It's actually pretty smart. Like, the scam probably would have got me, or would have got me. It would have happened to me or somebody that I know I'm close to, whatever. But scam is basically, man, if you get like a package in the mail, what the scam is doing, like they're sending like free gifts to people's addresses. I'm saying they might send a package like this from Amazon or whatever like that. It's not going to have a return sender on it, but it's going to have your information, your name, your address on the package, basically on the gift to you, to your residence. So what's going to happen is you're going to get the package, you're going to look at it, you say, oh, okay, someone sent you a gift. It's going to be a QR code on the package or in the package or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to scan the QR code. And once you scan the QR code, every bit of information in your phone is going to get sent to the scammer. It's going to send in your credit card information, your bank information, your pictures, your phone numbers, your contacts, everything that's in your phone. After you scan that QR code, you know what I'm saying, it's going to get sent to the scammer.
That's pretty clever and scary.
Isn't it?
Yeah. You're going to scan a QR code and get all your information out of your phone? Like, I don't ever want to scan a menu in a restaurant again. How do I know they're not doing it?
I never want to scan a QR code ever again.
I know. It's frightening.
Isn't it?
You want to talk about, you want to save Vicky for Patreon? I think we should save Vicky for Patreon.
Yeah, we'll save Vicky for Patreon.
Okay. I have a hot topic.
Hot topic.
Did you hear Matt Lauer's daughter, Romy?
Yes, I watched that. Romy?
Yeah.
She looks like a fun time, that little girl.
Well, Matt was apparently a good time, too good a time. You got him fucked.
Yeah.
Bit of a predator, perhaps. I don't know. But that's what they accused him of. So, she was joking about, gentlemen, start your engines, doing some fun TikTok thing at dinner before she wrecked her Jeep and fled the scene and left her license plate behind. And that's how they caught her. Apparently driving drunk, and now she's been charged. But I don't know if they can prove she was drunk, but they can prove that she left the scene of an accident.
What's worse? What consequences are worse?
I think getting caught driving drunk is probably worse.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Did you see today in the news, Shannon Bedore was caught blowing into her breathalyzer?
I did see that. That's another hot topic.
Yeah, she's got street cred, that one.
How about
that's hilarious?
Their photographers camped out waiting for her to get in her car and blow in the device.
I had a friend named, I'm not going to say his name, but I went to high school with him. He lives in Newport Beach. He got a DUI, thrown in jail. He gets out the next morning, gets an Uber to his car, gets pulled over again, gets another DUI. He had one of those blower things in his car.
Yeah. That's unfortunate.
Isn't that crazy?
In the news now.
In the news.
A couple in Philadelphia were getting busy in a Range Rover. They were parked in a parking lot right above the Schuylkill River. And they were in the back seat of the Range Rover. And I guess one of them, their foot hit the gear shift. Put it in drive, and the vehicle rolled right into the river. While they were,
what happened?
They were managed to get out of the vehicle and swim to shore, and police were able to, I guess, retrieve the vehicle. They lifted it out of the water, but I'm sure it's totaled.
Oh my gosh! Don't they say to submerge the water all the way down and then you can open it?
You're supposed to allow the water to fill up your vehicle instead of trying to open the door when there's still all that pressure on it. You kind of have to hold your breath and wait for the vehicle to fill with water, and then it's much easier to open the door and swim up. But if your windows are open, you can just climb. Well, again, and you'd have to wait for it to fill up with water, and then you can get out a lot easier.
So Julie's one of her roommates, her mom and her dad and her mom are in soap operas.
Yeah.
Matheson is her last name. And Layla mom, Vanessa, or her husband, Vanessa Matheson. I don't know. They want to go to a club. She texted me. She said, "Do you want to go to a club with the girls tomorrow? I really want to go, and I don't want to be like the only mom there." I'm like, "Oh my God." I'm like, I don't know. And then, so I told David, because David and I are going to go to dinner because I'm going to take him out to dinner because he'd let me stay in that lovely, lovely place for a week, you know?
Yeah.
So I would love to take you out to dinner tomorrow and say thank you. And so he's like, going to make reservations. Like, and they want to go to a club after because everything's late here. And I mean, I go to bed like at, I don't know how I would manage, you know? And, he's like, "What club?" He's like, "It's either really, really fun or really, really bad." And I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I haven't been clubbing in a long time.
Well, I don't like the idea of you going to a club. Does my vote count?
Well, Jolie, it's with Jolie and the
I
mom.
I know, but you're in a club, hot babe in a club. You're gonna get
Oh
hit on
yeah.
left and right.
Old ladies with
Yeah.
young 18-year-olds.
Oh yeah, you're
Oh
so
yeah.
old. You're so
Oh yeah.
old.
That's yeah. Oh yeah. That's
Okay,
could you
Mrs.
imagine?
Robinson.
We have 18-year-old hotties, and then we have two old ladies.
Yeah. Guess what? They're not gonna care that you're
Oh,
older.
yes.
They're gonna want you because you're harder to obtain.
Oh no, no. But I have to say, the boys in Jolie's place right now that she's at, right now that she's moving out of,
Yeah.
they have to be the nicest, most gentleman boys. They had two things. Julie's like, "Okay, bye, mom." I'm like carrying him, like schlepping him, like big, huge suitcases back.
Yeah.
And they're like, Mrs. Leventhal, may I help you take those into your Uber? Can I help you take those down? I mean, what nice little boys. Like, I mean, just, you can just tell when someone's raised right, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. All right, well, we're going to leave it here. We're going to save that Vicky Gumbelson story for this week's Rick and Kelly show on Patreon. So we hope you'll join us on Patreon for that and a whole lot more.
Oh wait, are you gonna show my my awesome meal I ate at today?
Yes,
Okay.
we played that earlier in the show. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Have a great weekend, Smashers.
Have a great weekend. Now we're doing Patreon next.